when you first start your home yoga practice, it can be a little bit daunting. Like you don't know what to do, how to do it, how to fit it into your daily life. So here's a set of really simple exercises that you can do that will give you all of the benefits that you want. So feeling calmer, feeling more open, feeling more energetic. So the most important thing to remember is it doesn't have to be perfect. Don't stress. Just go with the flow, have fun, and come to class next time, and then we'll talk about it, and it'll be awesome. Okay, so let's start by finding the breath and centering. The most important thing that you can do is breathe, and even if you do nothing else, just this first breathing exercise, even as you're sitting on the bus, that will be an amazing benefit to bolster your yoga practice outside the classroom. So find a nice comfortable seat. I've got a blanket here. In fact, you can also put a nice cushion underneath your tushy to raise your hips. You find a nice long spine. Find the sitting bones planting into your cushion or your blanket or a chair, whatever. Let the hands rest and tuck the chin slightly to lengthen the back of the neck. And first of all, just tune in to your own breath. So what does the breath feel like today? Is it long or short, deep or shallow? Where can you feel it? In the nose, in the belly. Just getting in touch with the texture of your own breath. Maybe other things are going on around you at home. That's perfect practice for focusing your attention on your own breath. So settle on an exhale, and let's start to shape the breath using a count. So take an inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 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 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. So let your breath find its own natural rhythm. And maybe notice if you feel any different after doing just that short breathing exercise. So now we're in tune with our breath. Let's start to move it around a bit so that the breath has a shape to follow. So find tabletop. So take the hands, spread them super wide. Press down the whole of the hand, including the fingertips, including the knuckles. And untuck the toes and press down into the pinky toes of the feet. So it spreads the weight across the knee. So it's not just on the kneecap, which can be a little bit painful. From here, we're going to inhale, send the belly down, send the chest forward, hips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, tuck the tailbone underneath, take the chin to the chest. Inhale, look forward. Arching the spine like a cat. Exhale, take the belly button to the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Press into the space between the shoulder blades. Press, press, press into the floor. Inhale, forward. Hips up and back. Exhale. Navel to the spine. Squeeze the knees in as well. Inhale. So we're really waking up the spine here, lubricating the whole of the spinal column. And activating also different branches of the nervous system. So your whole body is coming alive, just from this simple movement. Yeah. Okay, inhale, look forward. Tuck the toes underneath. Inhale, and then as you exhale, lift the knees off the floor. And send the weight forward so the shoulders are over the wrists. Keep looking forward. Keep the chest open. Inhale. Exhale, let the hips come up and back. Press into the hands. Step into downward facing dog. Just for a second. You can walk the feet out. Press into the knuckles. And inhale, take a nice gentle walk to the front of the mat. When you get here, you can grab opposite elbows. Walk out the hips. Shake the head. Release like a ragdoll. Okay, press into the feet. Inhale, take the arms all the way up. Exhale. Okay, so what we were doing in cat-cows is spinal flexion and extension. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And a development of that is the sun salutation, which is the practice that includes all of the movements and the principles of much of the yoga practice. So if you do just the sun salutation on its own, that is basically enough. So first of all, toes are touching, building our Tadasana. Spread the toes as wide as possible, like we did with the hands, and then plaster them down onto the mat. Press into the toes, press into the heels, press into the outside edges of the feet, feel the arches lift. Inwardly rotate the thighs, drop the tailbone down, lift behind the heart, but then tuck the chin. So you've got lovely natural curves of the spine. Take the hands down towards the floor, drawing the shoulders down, and imagine a thread is lifting you up. So the chin doesn't lift, it's the top of the head is lifting up towards the ceiling. Okay, settle in and exhale. Inhale, arms up. Gaze towards your thumbs. Bend the knees as you exhale, fold it in. Inhale, take the hands to the shins and extend the crown of the head away from the spine. Exhale, take the hands down, step back to plank. Send the heels away from you. Send the chest forward, lift the belly. Slight bend in the elbows. Inhale. Exhale, put the knees down, keep the elbows in and look forward as you lower all the way to the floor. Okay, untuck the toes, hands underneath the shoulders. Tilt the tailbone down as you inhale to lift the chest. Shoulders are down, sternum's going forward. Exhale, press back, child's pose. Stay here for a couple of breaths, so inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, walk the hands forward. Exhale, tuck the toes. Lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. So I like to keep the knees bent first, so that then you can lift the hips up high, press into the hands, and then eventually the legs can start to straighten. But really that's not the object. It's about lengthening the spine. So tuck the chin slightly so that the back of the neck is long. Ears are beside the biceps. Inhale, press into the hands. Exhale, navel to the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, inhale. Take a few steps to come to the front of the mat, feet towards the hands. Extend the crown of the head away from the hips. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet to take the inhale all the way up. Exhale. So let's do the same thing twice more to really get it going. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, hands down. Step back to plank. Heels away from you, chest forward. Lift the belly. Inhale. Exhale, knees down. Keep the chest open as you lower. Untuck the toes, tuck the tailbone. Inhale up. Let the lungs expand your chest. Exhale, press back to child's pose. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, press into the fingers, all root down into the knuckles of the hands, and wrap the shoulders around so you're wrap the elbows towards each other so you're lengthening across the shoulders. Big inhale. Exhale, navel to the spine. Okay, inhale, walk the feet towards the hands. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet, inhale, and exhale. Feet together. Find your equal balancing posture in between. Okay, one last time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, knees down. Elbows in as you lower. Untuck the toes. Press into the tops of the feet. Inhale, using the lungs, expand. Exhale, press back, child's. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, walk the hands forward. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Lengthen the back of the neck. Press into the hands. Let the navel come back to the spine. You can keep the knees bent through the whole of this. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Inhale, walk forward. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into the feet. Exhale. So in between, after doing the three sun salutations, you can take a pause and see how that's affected how you're feeling. And that's really enough, but if you want a little bit more, we can work through the hips to counterbalance the sitting and the desk work. So let's lunge forward with the right foot. Bend the left knee, bend both knees, and tuck the left knee onto the floor. The back toes are going to untuck so you can press the tops of the toes into the floor, spreading the weight across the left knee. And find the hips straight to the short end of the mat, or you don't need a mat at home, whatever, but like straighten your two hips so they're pointing forward. And then from here, I'd like you to tuck the tailbone underneath so that you can lengthen across the front of this leg, the psoas muscle, which gets very contracted when we sit in a table at a desk all the time. So let's counterbalance that by dropping the tailbone. Press into the right foot, press into the left foot, and imagine you're pulling the two legs towards each other. Good, so navel is coming back to the spine, and at the same time you're lifting up the heart through the heart. So one more inhale here. Exhale. Then inhale, take the arms up. Pinkies are in, biceps beside the ears. And imagine you're growing all the way from the feet to the fingertips. Inhale all the way up through the arms. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hands down. So you can come via tabletop. If you're feeling fancy, you can do a down dog in between. Then the left foot's going to come forward. So again, find your hips square. Press into the left foot, press into the right knee, and drop that tailbone down. Lengthen across the front of the right thigh now. Lift it up behind the heart. Hands on the hips, inhale. Exhale, neighbours to the spine. Inhale, press into the left foot. Exhale, feet drawing towards each other. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. Growing all the way to the fingertips. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Okay, so step back either to your tabletop or your down dog. And then walk the hands to the feet to the hands. So one last posture, which is super nice for the hips, but also great for the digestion, is Malasana squat pose. So it's nice to use a blanket. If when you come down, if your heels are high, which mine were for a really long time, and in the morning are also. So you take a blanket to put underneath your heels. It means that your heels can press into something. And that's important because if you press down, then you can engage these outer thigh muscles, which are going to support your mobility and your stability through the hips. So press into those heels, press into the toes, outside edges of the feet, looking for external rotation here of the hips. Take the hands to the chest to remind you to keep it open, and you can press the elbows against the knees. Inhale. Exhale. So rooting down with the feet, rooting up with the crown of the head. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. So then you can come down to sit. And then that's you. The only thing that's left is taking rest. Now don't skip ahead. Since you're at home, you have the added benefit of being able to do this with cushions, eye pillows, fountains, music, scented candles, puppies nearby, whatever you like. And you can choose however long you want to spend on it. But I do recommend you take at least a minute to absorb the practice that you've just done and to let your body settle. Plus, we don't really take enough time in our life to just like do nothing, so do that now. Spread your feet as wide as the mat or wider than hip distance. Tuck your hips underneath, let your shoulders come down to the mat, let the hands, the palms face upwards. Tucking the chin slightly, getting comfortable. Any last shuggles that you'd like to do. Take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale one last time. And then let it go. Let all the parts of the body sink into the floor. Let your body absorb what you've just done. And most of all, enjoy completely releasing the body and the mind. Stay here for at least a minute or up to 20 minutes, whatever you like, as much as you have time for.